Welcome, everyone. My name is Musa Starseed. I'm the founder of Social Dance Mastery. And tonight, I'm so excited. I'm going to introduce to you something very close to my heart, the roots of Salsa Cultural Dance Retreat to Cuba. Now, this isn't just a trip, this is a movement. This is a journey into the music, the spirit, and the history that gave birth to the salsa that we know today. So, I'll be walking you through what makes this experience unique, what's included, and how you can join us for the 2026 Cuban Dance Retreat. Now, this picture right here is a picture of me back in 2010. I took my very first trip to Cuba in 2010, and it changed everything. I'm actually sitting in what's called an almendron, which is those old classic 1950s cars that are everywhere in Cuba. And when I went to Cuba, I realized something that changed the trajectory of my whole dance experience, especially with Afro Latin dances. I realized that salsa wasn't just a series of steps or patterns, it was more of a spiritual conversation through rhythm. I studied with master dancers and musicians in Cuba, learned the culture that created the art form. So salsa to me became history, heartbeat, and human connection. Now, when I return again and again, I've been to Cuba probably 8 or 9 times now. It's not as a tourist, but I go as a student, and I bring other people with me who want to experience that same transformation. So, why Cuba? Well, because Cuba is the birthplace of everything we call salsa today. From Changui in the mountains of Guantanamo and Yateras, in the eastern side of the island, to son cubano, the foundation of Cuban popular music, to the mambo, which got very popular in New York in the 50s and the 60s, the sound that electrified the world, which was the mambo, and timba as well, which is the modern pulse, which has a lot of rueda de casino and a lot of songs like this. Cuba is a living Afro diasporic lineage. This is one of the main places to go, the cradle of Afro-Cuban dance that has spread all throughout the world. Where music, art, and community exists as one heartbeat, it happens in Cuba. Every rhythm carries history, resistance, and joy. Now, before we go any further, I want to take you there for a moment. So, I've gathered some clips from our past Cuba trips, and these are clips to show you some of the moments that we have dancing in the streets, training with local masters, sharing the joy with the Cuban people. Every frame you'll see is a connection between people, music, and soul. When we dance in Cuba, we dance with history itself. So check out this video. It gives a little sense of what we do on our trips, a little sense of the island of Cuba if you've never been there. It gives you a visual of how it feels to actually go to Cuba. So now, the Roots of Salsa trip isn't just a vacation, it's not just a retreat. This is a pilgrimage, a dancer's pilgrimage through movement. This is where dance, music, and culture come together to help you to rediscover salsa from its true source, right? So, we work with professional Cuban dancers, musicians, and folkloric companies in Cuba who carry these traditions with authenticity. You'll learn, connect, and celebrate in the birthplace from this art form. This is why this is so exciting. So, not just by watching it, not just by getting it from secondhand, but we're going to the actual root. And by doing this, we embody the knowledge and the culture, and this immersive experience really gives embodiment to everything that we're doing. Our first trip, The Roots of Salsa, takes place January 10th to the 20th, 2026, in Santiago and Yateras. This is the eastern region of Cuba, the birthplace of traditional son music and changui music. These are the ancestors of salsa, the earliest roots of salsa. We'll explore cultural landmarks like the Casa de la Trova, Museo de las Americas, and the mountain villages of Guantanamo. You'll train with folkloric masters, experience changui, and firsthand get in touch with the place where the tumba francesa and changui started in the eastern side of the island in Yateras. Yateras is a very special place where a lot of this traditional music was coming out of in the eastern part of the island. We'll connect with local musicians, artists, and educators. This trip is really about grounding. It's really about understanding the ancestral roots that built salsa from the ground up. Trip 2, The Rhythm of Havana, happens February 21st to March 2nd, 2026. Havana is on the western side of the island, and it's the capital of Cuban music and social dance, right? It's the bigger, more city vibe. It's the home of the mambo, cha-cha-cha, rumba, timba, and now currently reparto. So you'll study with top instructors, visit iconic cultural centers like La Casa del Son and Callejón de Hamel, and experience the nightlife at places like Casa de la Música. This Havana trip is more about social dancing. So we'll be doing a lot of social dancing. It's an explosion of rhythm and community, a celebration of Cuba's evolution from tradition to modern expression. And this all happens in our Havana trip. So, what's included? What's included in the Roots of Salsa experience? Well, this trip is all inclusive once we leave Miami, right? We handle your flights, lodging, meals, transportation, and cultural programming. A lot of the things can be optional. You can choose to come to things or not, but we will have an itinerary with a lot of things and culturally enriching things to do. We'll have events lined up. All you have to do is show up and dance. You'll stay in what's called casa particulares, which are beautiful family run guest homes that offer a real Cuban warmth and hospitality experience. Every morning starts with breakfast, every day includes classes, cultural excursions, and every night ends with some type of live music or social dancing. We are offering an special early bird discount through October 21st. So, this early commitment helps us confirm flights. It helps us get the places to stay. It helps us communicate with our partners in Cuba. And it guarantees your spot in this trip. So, each trip is limited to 12 travelers because we really want a personal experience, right? First trip, Santiago in Yateras, is 2,200 early bird. The regular price is 3,000, so make sure you get the early bird tickets. Trip 2, Havana, is 2,500 early bird. The regular price is 3,800. So the 800 deposit, which we will require before October 21st. This will secure your flight, your lodgings, and your place in the group. So make sure you act on that if you are very interested in this. Who's this trip for, right? Who's this trip for? It's not just for dancers, right? This journey is for dancers, for artists, for educators, for cultural lovers who are really ready to learn directly from the source, right? Anytime we go to the Caribbean, these islands in the Caribbean, they carry so much heritage, so much history, so much knowledge, and the music, especially from Cuba, has spread all around the world. So whether you're a social dancer, whether you're a musician, or someone who just loves rhythm and history, this trip will connect with you, because we're really connecting with the heartbeat of Afro-Cuban movement. So you don't have to be a professional. You don't have to be a pro dancer. You don't have to have any skills like that. All you need is your curiosity, respect for the culture, and a love for the movement and connection. So let's talk about a little bit about who we work with, because this is what makes our trip so unique and so enriching, because we work with so many amazing organizations. We collaborate with some of the most respected cultural institutions in Cuba, including the Ballet Nacional de Cuba, Danza Contemporánea de Cuba, National School of the Art, Centro de Danza de la Habana. We also work with Banrara, which is an Afro-Cuban dance company. We work with university educators, folkloric ensembles, and we work with many community leaders. So these relationships that we've built from years and years of going back to Cuba gives us rare access to the authentic world-class cultural experiences, right? Something you can't find on a tourist trip. So if you're ready to join, registration is simple. Just fill out the Roots of Salsa registration form. The link will be in the description, or just send me a message. You're going to submit your $800 deposit via Zelle, Venmo, or PayPal to reserve your spot. If you need another way to do that, we can work with you. Once you're registered, you'll receive a confirmation email, travel prep guide, and all the details you need in order to get ready and prepare for the trip. Remember, early bird pricing ends October 21st, and we're keeping each group only to 12 travelers. So if this calls to you, don't wait. So thanks so much for taking the time to be here. This isn't just a trip, this is a journey through rhythm, ancestry, and connection. So I hope to see you in Cuba, dancing to the heartbeat of where it all began. Until then, stay inspired, stay moving, and I'll see you on the dance floor.